What's up, guys? It's Rob here, and today we need to talk about Progenity Inc., ticker symbol PROG. This stock is actually suffering a little bit today. It's down about 8% on the day, but that's not all around a bad thing because this stock still has a lot going for it, and we're going to take a look at the short interest, which has some very interesting stuff to tell us about what's going on today. But first off, let's take a look at PROG's price and their chart right here. You can see that on Friday we were hitting $5 a couple of times, as we did in the pre-market as well, and even the actual trading hours today we got up above 5 for a little bit before bouncing off and starting to move down. Now I suspect that this won't last forever. I think that a lot of people are just getting a little wary of PROG. A lot of people have been buying into it recently. We've seen incredible volumes coming into PROG lately, and a lot of people are potentially thinking of taking a couple of shares off of their position because they want to take some profits, right? A lot of people are actually in PROG sub $4. If you look at the chart, you can see pretty much everyone buying here was in sub $4. And a lot of those people are looking at PROG at 5 and thinking they've already made at least a 25% profit and looking to sell. So we are down a little bit today, down about 8%, down to $4.47, off of some negative momentum from people likely taking profits, as well as some shorts actually covering, right? You can see shorts are covering into this. They know that PROG is likely to continue doing well in the future, and they're taking this dip as an opportunity to actually buy back some shares and cover their positions because while other people are up on money on PROG because PROG has been rising so much over the past couple of months, they are actually down on money, right? The shorts, pretty much anyone shorting PROG is down on money at this point. However, what's very scary about the short interest is that there are some shorts covering, right? We don't like to see just a couple of shorts covering, and I will explain why that is a very dangerous thing for PROG stock, because if some shorts are covering, then sure, PROG's price is going to be going up a little bit, right? Obviously, these shorts are buying back shares of PROG. These 1.7% who are covering today are buying back a couple of shares of PROG, and that is slowing PROG's descent, right? That's certainly helping out PROG's price because they are net buyers, right? They're buying shares right now. However, why we don't want that is because a big reason why people are getting into PROG is because there are so many shorts in it, right? 19.95% of the free float is shorted, 22.42 million shares are short, and people are expecting to squeeze these shorts out, and particularly not just to do it slowly and stop PROG's descent. They want it to happen all at once, right? They want PROG to all of a sudden, once we get to a certain price and enough shorts are down on enough money for PROG to start shooting up because some shorts are starting to cover, and that causes the price to go up even more and more, and for more shorts to have to cover as other shorts are essentially raising the price on them as they try to get out. That's what this whole short squeeze is about. That's why people are in PROG stock over the long term, at least a lot of them. Some people are in it for a fundamental reason, but what a lot of people are hoping for is that shorts will be covering all at once. They want all 19.95% of these shorts to be covering all at once. They don't want it to happen slowly and then for more shorts to slowly come in, because what we've been seeing over the past couple of days is a kind of zigzag pattern where one day some shorts will be exiting, then the next day some shorts will be coming in. And the reason that's actually bad is because it means not just our more shorts coming in and somewhat pushing the price down, but these shorts are getting in at higher prices, and these shorts are not going to get squeezed out the same time as shorts who are buying in back around here, right? So we really don't want shorts diversifying their levels that they've bought in at. We don't want shorts selling PROG stock when it's at $4.50 or $5. We want all the shorts from around $3 to be covering at the same time when we're blasting through $6. That's what we would like to see. If more shorts are starting to build up their positions around these levels, then PROG is just going to have to squeeze up even higher before they actually get squeezed out. So it is kind of a dangerous situation what we're experiencing with PROG right now, because it means that some shorts, though some shorts are covering, we don't actually want those shorts to cover, right? We want these shorts to all cover at once. We don't want shorts to be able to slowly slink out of their positions and allow for new shorts to get in on PROG stock who aren't as worried about the price going up because they have a much higher margin of error, right? They can actually sustain their short positions while PROG goes much higher than it currently is, because they don't have as much of a loss on it currently. And that's really not what we want. What we actually want is for all of these shorts to cover at once. And that's actually an indication of when we'll be reaching the top in PROG, right? We obviously, or hopefully we haven't reached it yet. It's possible that this double top that we've experienced at $6.40 is going to be a potential top for PROG. I don't think so. I suspect that there's still a lot of people interested in this. There's still a lot of people talking about PROG on Reddit. It's the number 4 trending stock on Reddit. There are a ton of people talking about it on StockTwits. It's the number 4 trending stock on StockTwits. And on Google Trends, it's been doing decently, right? It's still getting quite a few searches. It's actually not losing out to where it was last Friday. We actually got a higher search ranking today of 49 than we did at our peak last Friday of 48. So more people are talking about PROG, but a way that you can know that PROG is actually at its peak, when it's actually reaching the top, is going to be by looking at the short interest change. And a lot of people will probably look at the short interest change. They'll try to find it on Market Watch, where you can see the percent of float shorted. However, Market Watch's data is outdated. It's not accurate. It says 15.27% right here. And if you look at Ortex, a paid-for service, it's actually 19.95%. So what you're going to want to look for is a bunch of shorts covering at once, probably more than 10%, hopefully, more than 20 or 30% short interest change-wise, right? We're going to want to see a large negative number right here. And if you guys don't have Ortex, because it does cost $80 a month, something you can do is subscribe to the channel and hit post notifications, because I will be uploading a video as soon as I notice a massive amount of shorts covering to indicate that we may be nearing a top in PROG stock. Obviously, at that time, if a ton of shorts were covering all at once, we would likely be skyrocketing in price. However, if you actually want to know where the top is, it's likely around the time when we see a minus 40 or 50% short interest, maybe 60, 70%, somewhere around there. Very high negative numbers, because obviously a lot of shorts are going to be exiting. Maybe even 100% of the shorts in PROG at the time are exiting. However, at the same time, a bunch of new shorts are getting in. A lot of institutions will see that PROG may be skyrocketing, and maybe they want to short PROG at 8. And so this short interest is not going to ever really read minus 100%. At least it probably won't, as long as there are still institutions out there looking to make a buck. And some of them will. Surely some of them will catch the top of PROG wherever it peaks at least in the short term. They'll catch the top and make some money on PROG's downturn. But what you can do, once again, if you're interested in getting these Ortex numbers and you don't actually have a subscription yourself, is subscribe to the channel, hit post notifications, because that is probably going to be the best indication that you have of where the top of PROG is when the shorts are covering, right? We've seen a bunch of pumps in the past, and obviously, these short-term tops were not because of a huge short squeeze. These were because of momentum and people hoping that there would be a short squeeze. Also, a gamma squeeze was taking effect the past couple of pumps. A lot of people were expecting a gamma squeeze, and we did actually squeeze up. If you look on Friday, we did pretty well. Likely a lot of the positive momentum we saw on Friday wasn't just people buying, but a lot of institutions realizing that they did have to cover some of their call option positions, right? They likely had to buy up a decent amount of shares, not as many as we were hoping for, because we were below $5 for most of the day. So a lot of those call options that were in the money at one point ended up being out of the money. I mean, at one point we were above $6, and boy, could we have risen quite a bit more if we still had all of those November 19th $6 call options in the money, or $5.50 call options in the money. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And now what we're looking at is a situation where we have a decent number of call options for November 26th. We have some, not the most. That's the end of this week. It really doesn't look like enough to cause much of an increase in price. Maybe, obviously, any call options sold that have to be executed in the money, that are exercised in the money, they are going to cause a slight increase in price. But really, when things start to get into the tens of thousands, that's what we like to see. So 22,900 at $5 and 23,000 at $5.50 for December 17th. That is looking like the next hot strike date for Progenity stock, right? So that's what we're hoping for. We're hoping that people will start building up call option positions, increasing the number of open interest calls on PROG. We can already see 35,000 at $7.50, and it looks like they have recently added $6 calls, $6.50 calls, and $7 calls, as well as $8 and $8.50 calls. So it's likely that people will start buying into those at some point in the next month while we're waiting for this December 17th strike date to actually arrive. So it's likely that we could see another gamma squeeze situation while we are on the road to a short squeeze. But really, the big kahuna is the short squeeze. These 22.42 million short shares could really add a lot to PROG's stock price if all the shorts have to cover in a small time frame, right? What we don't want, though, is what we're seeing right now, where some shorts are getting out, and likely tomorrow other shorts will be getting in. That's really a worst case scenario. That's not what we want with PROG stock. So that's what I have for you today on PROG. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe to the channel. But other than that, guys, have a great day. And obviously, none of this is financial advice. I'm not trying to convince anyone to buy PROG stock. I'm not trying to convince anyone to sell it. These are just my opinions, and I'm not trying to give out any financial advice in this video, and I am not. So other than that, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.